A very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss a diagram which shows the functioning of a solar powered water pump. So this particular diagram shows that three things we can see very clearly here. The first thing you can see here is the solar panel which is erected in the ground. And we can say the bore pump or the bore well. Inside you can see a bore pump. And the third particular thing you can see is the water tank which supplies water to the village. So actually it's a very simple task. You don't have to strain your brain too much now that it's very clear that the energy is transferred from the sun to the solar panel. The solar panel, we have photovoltaic cells which converts the solar energy to the direct current, and this direct current is used to turn on the bore pump which is submerged in the water. We can say that it is the bore pump is placed under the water level, somewhere above the bottom. It's somewhere middle, so it's submersible pump. And what we can say that when this is turned on, you can see the water gushes up vertically to the top and is directed into the water tank which is placed somewhere above the ground level. And that enough water is there in the tank to accommodate to supply the villagers. So as the demand arises, it's supplied to the village, and when there is a shortage of water, so the pump is turned on again and the process continues. So this is what we can say in this particular task. Actually nothing is there which is not direct. Everything is direct. Everything is we can explain it very clearly. We don't have any complicated things here, no confusions here. Everything is very clear. Now let's go ahead with the explanation here. The parts of a solar powered water pump. So first of all, we can see the parts: 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way it assists the supply of water to the village. Now, that how it functions, that is portrayed. So it is picturized in the given diagram. So that's the introduction we have given here. Overall, it's clear that the pump functions solely with the energy from the sun. Yes, it functions completely from the energy from the sun, and its function is not much complicated. It's very simple. There is a conversion of energy to energy in this panel, and this is transferred to this thing. So it's not much complicated there. So that's the way. Another way we can say overview is that it has three main components. One is the panel, another one is the bore pump, and the third component is the water tank. You can say in that way too. You can say because it has three main parts. So the function of solar panel is this thing. The function of bore well is to pump water, and the function of water tank is to store water. I think that is a better presentation here. No, I am not going to make it complicated. You can present it either way. So I can say the first phase, I have a punctuation here. The first phase, the photovoltaic cells which are arranged in the solar panel absorb the solar energy and convert it to direct current. you can say that this is in the first page. You can say it absorbs the solar energy and convert it to direct current. Now you can say this energy is to operate the submersible pump. Yes, it's a submersible pump inside the bore. Yes, which is proximal to which is proximal. The bore is proximal to the place where the solar panel is erected. So you cannot place the solar panel somewhere very far from the bore or the well. So it is very proximal to the well. So that's what we have said. So this energy is used to do to operate the submersible pump. So that's what we can see. The second thing. Another thing, when the pump is always yeah, I have to say the pump is always placed. Okay, I can add. It is to be noted that the pump is placed always. Pump is placed. It is to be noted that the pump is placed below the water level inside the well, and when it is turned on, the underground water is pumped up to the water tank, which is large enough to collect enough water for the supply. Yeah, you can say the water tank. As the demand rises in the village, the water is supplied from the tank. So it's very simple. Another way to write this thing after the introduction, you can say the three main components here. The first one is the solar panel, the second one is the bore pump, and the third one is the water tank. So in the first paragraph, you are writing about the solar panel. You know that the solar panel, we have photovoltaic cells, and it converts, it absorbs the energy from the sun and converts that energy to direct current. So this is what the first paragraph is. The second paragraph is that bore pump. The bore pump is placed inside the bore well, somewhere under the water level. So you know that the energy from the power from the solar panel helps to operate the bore pump. So when it is turned on, the water inside the well is pumped up to the water tank. So the third part, the water tank, which is large enough, it's quite large enough to accommodate the water from the pump, or it is large enough to supply water to the villagers. It's placed somewhere above the ground level. So when the demand arises, it supplies water to the whole village. So this is another way to present this particular task. You have this the first part, which is written this first method or the second method. You can write in both ways. So that's it. Oh.